Hello everybody and welcome to this DMU live stream where we'll be talking about postgraduate study in engineering here at DMU. We're very happy that you could join us. Please drop us a comment to say hello. Today you'll be hearing more about information from programs at DMU, from our engineering courses. We've got Aeronautical Engineering and Energy Engineering academics here ready to speak to you. We are also joined by a student today as well, hopefully be able to join us later on in the live stream. We'll be answering any questions you have at the end of the live stream, so please leave us a comment if you would like to join the discussion, or if you have any questions whatsoever about studying here at DMU. First, let's start by introducing ourselves. My name's Alex and I'm a marketing manager here at DMU, and joining me today I've got Danny. So Danny, do you want to introduce yourself? And I've got Mehdi as well, who's also on the screen.
Hi everyone, my name is Danny. I'm the program leader for the MSc Aeronautical Engineering.
Thanks, Danny. And Mehdi?
Hello everyone, my name is Mehdi and I'm the program leader of MSc Energy and Sustainable Development and MSc Energy and Sustainable Building Design programs.
Super. Thanks both, and thanks both for being with us today. I'll hand over to you both to go through the course structure and features. Thanks very much.
Thank you. So I'm going to do the presentation. If we can have the presentation on this, please. Right. So I'm going to talk about the MSc Aeronautical Engineering. I am the associate professor on the Aeronautical Engineering. So why do we actually would like to study at DMU? Which is the next slide. So most of whom UG students are from home 100% from summer 2017. And our PG, which is the postgraduate aeronautical, is a mix between the home student and also the international student. So when we develop the program, we actually use the industry standard, and therefore we have also to use the industry standard facility and also the software tools that most of the company actually use, either from the concept like CAD, computational aided design, or on the CFD, computational fluid dynamics, for example, for aeronautical. And also we have a lot of partnership, for example, with this MTC, Valen, Emerson process, automation, Caterpillar, Rose, and so on. So, and they are our industrial liaison as well. Now, our graduate of the aeronautical, some of them go into the BMW, Cummins, and technology. That is postgraduate and also the undergraduate. And some of the postgraduate aeronautical engineering also take some of the PhD to carry on for their studies. So how many students do we actually have? It is the next one. So we have a lot of number of students, but we are only talking about the aeronautical engineering. So if you look, we got 780 UG combined for the PNs and MNs of the aeronautical, electrical, and so on, and the PG aeronautical, electrical, and so on. So I was just talking about one part, which is the aeronautical engineering. So if you can go to the next one, please. So there are two things that we going to talk here. There are the MNs, aeronautical engineering, and also the MSc. Now, our only concern about the MSc Aeronautical Engineering, but I am happy to actually talk to people that would like to go into the MNs as well. Okay, so what is the program actually inside them? So first semester, either you started in September or started in January. That is slightly different thing. If you started in September, then you will take on the left-hand side, the orange one. So you do the instrumental, and then you do the engineering business environment, and then very specific module starting to come up with is unmanned aero vehicle design, and then you do the digital manufacturing or structural as an optional. Yes, it depending on your career. And then on second semester, then you do the more details of the aeronautical, which is advanced flight dynamics, which is you have to use the flight simulator. I will show you what it look like. And then you also need to do study skills and research method, which is to improve your research before your dissertation. And then you do the computational fluid dynamics. That will be with me now. So we're going to learn about the advanced version of the CFD apply into the aeronautical part. Then you have three options, which one you want to go. If you want to go into the materials, then you can choose the composite materials. If you want to become the manager, for example, on the airport to repair, then you have to take the AMRO, also with me as well. And then if you want to do the system operation management, which is the global system of it, then you take the system operation and management. So there is an optional. Now, once you pass that, and we will call it postgraduate diploma, then you will be allowed to go to your dissertation. Yes, so dissertation will be start from June until the end of August. So it's very short period of time that you have to complete that. Okay, so next, please. So this is some of the advanced flight dynamics. I think that is a video, I believe, or is it not? Is it not a video? Yes. Okay. So that is a picture of it, but we used to have a video, but I think the next video will be the next one. And that one is actually you going to take the control, not just the lecturer doing it, but you will take the control of what we have. Then you try to apply the theory behind it, like in the real aircraft. Yes. You student will be allowed to go into the flight simulator, with this I think only two in the country. One of them I think is in at Cranfield. So we are the next one uh, out of Cranfield to have the flight simulator. It's actually a real flight simulator, and we train some of the confidential client that we have through the flight simulator as well. So if you go to the next one, please. Now we all of us is doing research. Now you will actually involve with our research through your dissertation and also your module as well. Yes, that is part of teaching excellent informed by research excellence. So the next one you will see is the video of the flight simulator. I don't think it will take long. If you can click that, please. Click play button at the bottom of the picture. Is it possible to click the movie? No? If you move the mouse in the bottom of the below the picture, there will be a play button. Yeah, anyway, because we can't play that one at this moment. Maybe will be later on. If you move the mouse into the picture, and then there will be a play button at the bottom of it, basically. Or you just click on the image. No? Okay, that's fine. But basically, that is the flight simulator that we have. Sorry that we cannot play the video for it. The next one, the next slide, you will see what it look like. So that is the wind tunnel, and at this moment, I to calibrate that wind tunnel since summer, and now it's fully utilized with all of the students of the aeronautical MSc and and undergraduate to exploit the wind tunnel capability to do their project. Yes, so you can do the 3D printing as well, and you put the model inside them, then you can see what does it actually reacting on it. And that one, the middle one, is the flight simulator. So you can actually go inside that. We lock the door. Well, you will be able to get out after that. Don't worry. We're not going to let you stay in there too long. Then you can actually mimic what the control, your design of your aircraft will be. On the right hand side is the workshop where you can actually join another project, which is called the DMU Flyer or Formula Student. Okay, so the next one, please. And that is the workshop for overall. So that is the Formula Student. You also allowed to join any club that we have or any group. But I will advise you to join with the DMU Flyer, with this UAV based project from IMEC. Next one, please. So that is 3 of them. So you can do the DMU faster with is designing the electric racing, one of them. You still able to join that, no problem whatsoever. So we actually encourage students to join any of the group within the engineering. And the next one, I think we're going to skip the next one, which is already been done. So we are actually the best performing, and we also have industrial liaison with this. I'm part of that, and we have meeting about on how relationship between the local engineering and the School of Engineering. And the last one will be thank you for listening.
Perfect. Thanks, Danny. And now we'll hand over to Melly to go through your section as well, please, if you would.
All right, thank you very much. So actually, I'm going to talk about 3 programs around the energy topics that we have. So before I go through that, I would like to introduce IESD, which refers to the Institute of Energy and Sustainable Development. So the programs that I'm going to talk about would be actually run under this institute. So when we talk about the energy, so actually we talk about a wide area, not a specific actually topic. So if you want to be an energy engineer, actually you need to have a wide background, so something we call that multidisciplinary skills. So the first question that most of the students ask, is that suitable for me? Which program is suitable for me to join? I would like to introduce these 3 programs, and after that you can easily find which one suits you. So the first program, called MSc in Energy Engineering. Actually, this program, from the name we can understand it's focused on energy, but the point is, in this program we mainly focus on the engineering knowledge. So what does it mean? For example, if you have electrical engineering background, or if you have mechanical engineering background and you would like to continue your study in energy field, so these specific energy engineering module, we focus on most engineering aspects of energy. The other program that we have, called MSc Energy and Sustainable Building Design. So from the name, you will see that actually the focus of this program is on buildings. For example, we have a module in this program for modeling the energy consumption of buildings. So why building is important in energy area? Because actually 40% of the energy around the world consumed inside buildings. So if we can save energy in this area, or if we understand this area, then there's big potential of saving energy. And the other course, the other program that we have, called Energy and Sustainable Development. So this program, Energy and Sustainable Development, mainly focus on the sustainability aspects of energy. So there's a question: if I have an engineering background, can I apply for the energy and sustainable development? Definitely you can. Actually, for doing any courses in energy, you must know the fundamentals. So we have some modules, common modules between these 3 programs. We call them core modules. We have some optional modules that actually you can pick anyone that you want. And so it depends on your plan, depends on your future plan, your interest. You can pick the most relevant one. But the good point is, if you actually if you don't have engineering background, so you can also apply for energy and sustainable development. For example, if you have management background or business background, this program, you can also join this specific program, energy and sustainable development, which actually more focus is on sustainability. And we have some very, very interesting modules within these three programs. And you can learn how to, for example, forecast the energy consumption, or you can learn how to play with data of the energy. When you see graphs in this area, then you understand what will happen actually behind these numbers and graphs. So I think I don't need to talk about the employability of the energy. So because energy, global warming, and these keywords nowadays very, very hot topics. So in terms of the employability, actually you have a very wide area, very wide opportunities. You can join national grid, you can join construction companies, you can work as a consultancy careers, and so on. So I should tell you that actually these three programs are very, very interesting and very hot topics, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy these programs. I think actually I've covered everything, and the last thing that I would like to actually mention quickly, because the structure of these courses same as the other MSc courses, 1 year, and the first semester, second semester, and semester X, where actually you can get your dissertation. And you can also drop me an email, then I can send you the handbook of any courses that you like. All right, thank you very much, and I hope actually you enjoyed this.
Perfect. Thanks, Mehdi. Really, really good. Thank you. Before we turn obviously our attention to some of the questions in the chat, I can see there's a query in there with regards to a doubt to clear. So Vishnu, I think if you put that in there, if you could just clarify what that is in the chat, and I'm sure that either Mehdi or Danny would be happy to answer it as best they can. We have got another question in the chat as well, so that's this one, which I'll just put on screen now, which is, what's the difference between MEng and MSc? I don't know who's best to answer that one.
I will try to answer that.
Perfect. Thanks, Danny.
Right. The MEng is an integrated degree, basically. So it's very rare that you actually going straight into the MEng. You have to start from year 3. It's a direct entry to year 3, then you will be able to join the MEng. While the MSc is a standalone program that you can join directly after you graduate from a degree. So that is slight difference between those two.
Perfect. Thank you. If there are any other questions, please do pop them in your chat, and we'll obviously ask Mehdi and Danny to answer them. I've got a few that I could ask you, if that's all right. First one I'm going to ask, and I'll ask you both, is what are the facilities like? So Danny, I'll come to you first, and then Mehdi to you second, if that's all right. So,
okay.
And I'll swap it around next time. So Mehdi, you can first next time, and give Danny time to prepare.
Sure. In aeronautical, we put a number of new equipment because we have to upgrade and to follow the guidance of the industry. So we just bought the turbojet machine from America, which is actually mimic exactly how the turbine or the jet turbine actually work, and the noise is quite horrendous as well. That is why we have put into special place, and students quite enjoy on how to play with that jet and apply the proportion theory behind it. We also have the wind tunnel that you already seen, and we also put a new 3 computer for simulated simulation, not like flight simulation on the Microsoft. Is slightly different. This is more professional approach. Students can also use that one at any time they want. It's open door. You can actually enter and then try to do your assignment or your project, or just try to enhance your knowledge. And then we have the nozzle as well. And the other facility is 3D printing. You can actually have a free 3D printing as long as it doesn't cost a lot. Then we actually can build for student. If you have a very high quality, then even the lecturer has to, pay for that one as well. But very rarely to use on that. But that is all of the facility that we have.
Super. Thanks, Danny. Same
No
question
problem.
to you, Mehdi, if you would.
All right, sure. Yeah, actually, we have the energy lab where you can actually test any components related to the renewable energies, something like solar panel and so on. Also, we have a separate lab called Smart Grid Lab, where actually you can test the components, the renewable energy components in that lab. And recently, actually, equipped with some professional equipment. And we also use several commercial software during the actually modules. Student can get access to those software, and because they are commercial software, so that would be excellent opportunity for students to be familiar with the real problems and how to solve those real problems.
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds great. Really nice linking from kind of being a student going into industry as well. So perfect. Thank you. I've got another question. What kind of job roles do people go on to do? So Mehdi, I'm going to come to you first this time. Give Danny.
All right. So so as I told you, actually depends on the program that student select and decide to continue. So it could be different job opportunities. The first is national grid, where actually the main electricity within the UK generated, and they can also join supplier companies. The name of the energy, small energy companies, as the energy engineer or CO2 and sustainable consultant, and so on. And actually, besides that, they can also use their computer science skills if they want, if they improve their computer skills, and they can also join companies with very high salary as the data analysis in energy sector.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And Danny?
There are a number of jobs that you can actually explore with the MSc Aeronautical Engineering. For example, you can go to become the manager maintenance of the aircraft, for example. And like Mehdi say, if you are actually good in CAD, you can join, for example, like an example on the Rolls-Royce if you apply, because that is part of it. And if you are good on CFD, for example, you might be able to join the Formula student as well as aerodynamics. So the opportunity of the program is wide open. It depending which way you're going to go, and that is why I say dissertation and also the option of the module is depending on what career you would like to choose or your pathway, and that will be the in a good way to drive your their job basically.
Super. Thank you. Some great opportunities then for students to go on to some great careers, which is good. I have another question. So Danny, I'll come to you first this time. I'll keep flipping it. What kind of extracurricular activities can postgraduate students get involved in?
Right, there are three activities that student can take on the postgraduate. One is a DMU flyer. I think all of the the current PG student actually involved with the DMU flyer, either the design, testing on the wind tunnel, and helping the third year student basically. And then the other one is formula student, so you can involve on the formula student as well on that. And the other one is on the electric formula student. We only have three at this moment, and most of them choose to go to the DMU flyer because that is related to their theory and the practical way of doing the aircraft. Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, some good opportunities there as well. Same question to you, Mehdi.
Yeah, actually, some of the clubs similar, such as the electric formula, electric vehicles. If the students like to work in this area, they can join. Also, we have joined actually clubs with the electric and electronic students called the Electronic Club. A student can also join there, and if they like.
Fabulous. Thank you very much. That's the end of my questions, actually. So you'll be pleased to know and relieved, I'm sure. We've had no further questions in the chat. However, if you do have any further questions for both Danny and Mehdi, firstly, you can see Danny's email at the bottom, who's happy to take any questions. So that's scrolling across at the bottom now. So please do take a note of that. Feel free to email Danny if you have questions. Look at that, both on at the same time. And Mehdi's email is obviously on screen as well there. So please do take a note of those and obviously email questions if you do have them. If you have more general questions, you can also contact us at chemmarketing at dmu.ac.uk. So that's CEM marketing at dmu.ac.uk. But we're going to have to leave the live stream there, and we ran out of time, unfortunately. You can see the Chem email address at the bottom there as well. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening, and thank you for the questions that came in the chat, and mostly thank you to Mehdi and Danny for taking us through the course content there. That's hugely appreciated. Thank you very much, everybody. Till next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.